We get dozens of calls every week from people who've got problems with their doors, and their one question that they all ask is, how much is it going to cost me? And in this video, we're going to address that. The perennial question that people ask when they phone up to have their door lock repaired is, how much is it going to cost? I actually find it really frustrating that I can't give them a straight answer. I can't tell them it will be X amount of pounds. And the reason for this is that there's so many different things that could go wrong. Now, in this particular video, I'm just going to be addressing double glazed doors, because the vast majority of doors in this country are double glazed, whether they're UPVC or composite, and they all have these same kind of mechanisms. So there's a number of different things that there could be. It could be that the door isn't locking because it's not lining up, or the door lock rather is not lining up with the strike plates on the post. 9 times out of 10, that could be just a little bit of adjustment and it works. It's a nice quick job, less than half an hour, often less than a quarter of an hour, and the charge is minimal. We actually reduce our standard charge for jobs under a quarter of an hour. And then there are more complicated jobs. Unfortunately, door lock mechanisms are notoriously unreliable. They wear out very quickly and you need to replace it. Now, some of these can be really expensive. At the time I'm recording this video, which is in October 2024, the price of a replacement gearbox, so just the centre section of the lock, rather than the whole thing, the whole complete mechanism, the price of the gearbox ranges from kind of £50 to, in the worst case scenario, around £300. And people are often saying to me, well, why do you have to use the expensive one? Why can't you use the cheap one? And with wooden door locks, the slight differences in the lock were fine. You could just chisel out a little bit more door here, or you could put a bit of filler in there just to make it look good. And you could use a different manufacturer's lock, and so price was more of an issue. But with double glazed door locks, the way that the mechanisms fit onto the gearbox varies from manufacturer to manufacturer. So you can't use a cheap manufacturer where it's an expensive manufacturer's lock originally, because it physically just won't attach. The linkages don't line up, the holes in the post don't line up, and you just have to use the existing manufacturer's lock. And that means you have to pay their price. Unfortunately, there's no two ways around it. Now, what we do with these cases is, if it's less than half an hour, then it's the standard charge. If it's anything up to an hour and a half, then again, the standard follow-on rate. But an hour and a half, we cap our charges. So we'll never charge you more than an hour and a half for a double glazed door lock repair. So at the current time of writing, that would be a cap of about £200. And then, like I say, in the rare cases, the gearbox might be up to £300. They more average around the £100 mark, to be fair, at the moment. But without knowing what lock you've got, what manufacturer it is, we just can't be any more accurate than that. But what we can do, of course, is to come out and take a look and tell you it's going to be X amount before we start. And then you can say, yes, please go ahead, or no, I can't afford that at the moment. And that's fine. Hopefully that's answered your question. If you found this video helpful, it would be really helpful to us if you could like or follow or subscribe to us on your favourite social media platform. Thank you.